Hey guys, it's your girl Sugar Sade, back again with another video. Thanks for tuning in. So today's video is going to be on how to double or even triple your RN salary. So one of the easiest ways to double your salary working as a nurse is to get a per diem job. Per diem jobs, also known as PRN jobs, is working as a as-needed nurse for whatever facility. So say you have your full-time job that you keep, but you also apply to a per diem or PRN job, which is almost like part-time, but they call you in or you schedule yourself when the facility needs you, when they are short-staffed, when they have certain areas that need filling and you're that nurse that comes in. When you work as a per diem employee, you get paid a lot more than you would if you just work there as a regular staff nurse. You get paid sometimes double the amount. You can make, say if you made $40 an hour, you can make $70 or $80 an hour doing the same exact thing. But the reason why you get paid more is because you don't get benefits at all, and because you're not there all the time. So the company actually does save money by hiring per diem staff because they don't have to pay for all those benefits. But if you have another job where you're getting your benefits and you have this second per diem job that you may work once a week or once every other week or however much you want, that's an easy way to just rack up some extra money quickly. You can make as much money as you would in one shift in half of a shift, you know? So if you work 2 extra days a week or 1 extra day a week, you're doubling your salary. Think about it. Depending on how much you get paid, that's easy money, guys. If you're a nurse and you work the regular 3 12-hour shifts a week and you feel like, yeah, I can definitely do 4 a week, or if I really wanted to, I could do 5 if I needed to, you know, and you're okay with that, then you need to get a per diem job, because if you are feeling like you have enough time to do that, you could be making so much money already. And I know what you're already thinking, well, I don't want to get another job. Why don't I just pick up extra shift at the job that I already work at and then I can make more money? Guys, no, this is way more beneficial. If you pick up at your other job, first of all, you're not going to be making twice the amount an hour. And on top of that, you're going to have to hit that 40 hours before you can even go into double time and overtime. And actually, a lot of jobs don't even allow you to work overtime. So this is just a much easier way to do it. It's very flexible. You can schedule yourself usually whenever you want. Companies usually have some kind of requirement like, oh, you need to work at least 2 shifts every month or 4 shifts every month, or whatever that company's requirement is. You just have to fulfill that. And you can usually work more or less, you know? So it's really, really flexible. That's what I really love. One thing to be aware of before going into working a per diem job is that a lot of hospitals, even if you are a per diem staff, they have weekend requirements and also they have holiday requirements. For example, my per diem job requires at least 2 weekend shifts a month and 1 summer holiday and 1 winter holiday. And for some of you, that may be a deal breaker because we already have weekend and holiday requirements at our full-time job. So what, we're going to work every weekend and every holiday? May not be worth it to some people, you know? So those are things to think about and ask before taking any kind of per diem job. Also, for those of you who work nights or the knock shift, that's a good thing about per diem as well, because when you work per diem, not only do you get that extra pay, but you get your nighttime differential on top of that. So you could be making, say, $70 an hour, right? And then at night, if you have a weekend nighttime differential of $10 an hour, then for that period of time, you're making $80 an hour. Guys, that is crazy, especially if you actually like your job and you don't mind working an extra shift a week or 2. That is, I've said it before in this video, but that is easy money. Come on. With this kind of job setup, this per diem staff employee, you're making twice the amount of money that you would have normally been making. And no, you didn't go back to school. You didn't get more student loans. You didn't get a second degree. You're just making more money just because you're working per diem. I don't know how to just, if this hasn't set in your brain yet, I hope this makes it sit in your brain now. You did not go back to school, but yet you're getting paid as if you did. And also for some people, they don't even have a full-time job. For example, if you're married or if you're already still under, you're young enough to still be under your parents' benefits, you can just work 2 per diem jobs. You don't even have to have a full-time job. You can have 2 per diem jobs at 2 different hospitals. You can work 2 days a week at the other one and 1 day a week at the other one, and you are making so much more. You're making $70 an hour every 3 days a week. Or if you want to do it 4 days a week, 4 days a week. Or however much money they make, you're making that 4 days a week. Whereas if you were just working a regular full-time job, you might be making $45 an hour, $40 an hour for those 3 days. But if you had the 2 per diem jobs, you could be making, $60, $70, $80 an hour depending where you work. Come on. And get the benefits from your husband or wife or parents, or maybe you don't need the benefits. Maybe you want to pay for the benefits out of pocket, on your own, because you know how to do that and you feel like it's worth it. Okay. I know you guys are probably like, all right, this sounds too good to be true, so what's the catch? There is no catch. I mean, the only catch is that, to be a per diem employee, you normally have to have at least 1 year experience working as an RN in whatever specialty you want to work as a per diem nurse. For example, if you have 1 year experience working as an RN in med-surg, you can only be a per diem nurse in med-surg. And that goes for L&D, psych, ER, whatever area you work in, that's the area that you need at least 1 year experience in, normally. There are some rare occasions where if you work for a hospital for a certain amount of months and they trust you as an employee and you ask, can you go per diem? They may allow it. If they feel like you're ready and you are independent enough, then yes, they may allow you to. But understand, if you are working as a per diem employee, you are not going to have someone holding your hand, because that's why they're paying you so much extra. They expect you to be a skilled, independent, ready nurse. They want to be able to orient you to the unit quickly and throw you out there. And some people, they're not okay with that, no matter how much experience they have. They don't like just being thrown out there. They want to be, have a full orientation and full teaching, and you're not going to get that working per diem. You're just going to get a little introduction to the unit, to how things go around there. I don't know, maybe they give you a 1 day or 2 days, and then you're out there on your own. Sometimes you may feel like you never get used to a facility unless you work there all the time, because if you only work there 2 days a month, the bare minimum, you may never feel fully comfortable, or it may take you a long time to get fully comfortable with the facility. But if you're a person that decides to work once every week, then it wouldn't be long at all before you are familiar with the facility and the staff, and it's no big deal. All right, if you've made it this far, please go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. Liking this video helps the algorithm, and it helps my videos get seen by more people, so I'm able to help more people. And also leave a comment down below. Who's ever worked a per diem job? What was your experience like? I'm interested. But beware, my night shift per diem employees. We all know, if you work night shift, you all know that we already lose a day off just for working night shift, because our first day off is our night. We get off of work that morning, and that's our first day off, and we go to sleep. So when you work an extra shift a week as a per diem employee, that also applies. So instead of having 3 days off that week, you're only gonna have 2 days off that week. And if you work an extra per diem shift, you're only gonna have 1 day off that week. So that's something to consider. That's something that I really struggle with, and that's why I don't schedule myself as much as I would like to, because I want my days off. Simple. But for those of you who are rock stars and you guys don't waste your first day off as a night shift employee, and you can go home and sleep 2 hours and pop back up and enjoy your day off, this is it. This is easy money for you. And if you want to double your salary, go ahead and get you a per diem job. Okay, guys, I hope this video was informative And I hope you learned something, and I hope that some of you do decide to do this and get some extra money, especially during these quarantine times. What are we doing anyways? Get a per diem job, get some extra money, take a vacation later. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Bye.